Me, 36M, with my girlfriend 34F of 1 year, genuinely looking for great quarantine proposal ideas. Hello all. I'm hoping this may be a decent change of pace from the posts that tend to err on the negative side, but I am in love with my best friend. She means the world to me. We have talked about marriage and forever so much already, and all I'm doing now is looking for the perfect way to propose to her. Any ideas would be so appreciated. Feel like it's so much harder in this climate. Thanks to all who suggest anything. Take care. Too long didn't read, looking and wanting unique proposal ideas for my girlfriend in a quarantine. I proposed yesterday at the top of a mountain. It went well. Just consider places and activities that are meaningful to you and your partner together. I guess it would be difficult if you both prefer crowded indoor scenes, but there are plenty of wonderful outdoor venues. My first thought was you yelling at the top of the mountain to someone at the bottom. Wow, this is so sweet. It's important to consider if you think she would prefer a private proposal, a more public proposal with strangers around, or a proposal with friends and family around. Outdoor proposals could be a good idea considering the climate. Do y'all have a special park bench or hiking trail or edge of the water where you first got wine drunk with her? My husband chose that lol, or really just any boat a day I fucked up a scene. When I think of the first dates I ever had with my husband, my heart flutters, and I bet your girlfriend feels the same. Have you considered recreating one of your first dates? Or if you think she would want her family there, maybe you could find an excuse to have some of her closest friends and family around for a meal, and maybe let her best friend in on the secret so she could help you arrange things perfectly. And snap a few pics too. I hope this helps. My husband proposed in July on my birthday. He took me to my favorite hotel and kept me waiting all day for my birthday present. Whenever I asked, he'd smile and say something like, "Oh, you think I got you something?" Near the end of the night he slipped the ring in the box into my purse when I wasn't looking, and then asked me to check my purse because he said he couldn't find his wallet. I rummaged around for a bit before finding the box, and he came over and said he loved me and asked me to marry him. I still keep the ring box in my purse to this day. My fiancée proposed to me in August at a remote beach at sunset during a road trip. If she likes nature at all, I'd definitely recommend somewhere scenic and memorable. Figure out if she wants private, with family, or public. Try and get a secret photographer. It makes the moment last forever. Or you could say you won a contest for a free photo shoot and take normal couples pics. Have her turn for a pic and then get on one knee. I, 37F, am waiting for my BF, 54, to decide if he wants to break up. My BF and I of 4 years went to our first therapy session this week. Everything went well, until he repeatedly mentioned how different we are from each other, how we are at different stages of our lives, and that the age gap bothers him, that he has practical concerns regarding his retirement and me working part-time due to illness. To the point where the therapist said he had to decide whether he wants to remain a couple before proceeding with therapy. I knew he had reservations, but not this many or so many specific practical concerns about our future. I told him to think about what he wants and let me know, and I'll understand if it's better we go our separate ways. Since, however, I am feeling very sad, depressed, and anxious, I don't think I'll be able to wait for an answer for very long, because this feels like pure torture. My gut feel says he knows deep down we aren't suited on a practical level, but he's too scared to break up. I am wondering if it's better to go ahead and make the decision for him rather than compromise my mental health. Alternatively, I could suggest a time frame, but how long is reasonable? Any advice on how to proceed? Welcome. Too long didn't read. My BF is thinking about whether he wants to continue our later of 4 years. It is affecting my mental health very negatively. How do I proceed in a way that is fair to both of us? Have you decided if you want to break up? Why are you giving him this much power over the relationship? Make your own decisions instead of leaving everything up to the whims of your boyfriend. Well, if you're sure he isn't happy and neither are you, you guys can take a break and see if you are happier. Not everything has to be permanent. Life changed every day. Feelings change. Wouldn't wait around because you both actually know what you want. May I introduce you to the rule of fuck yes? or no. If each partner does not feel a full-throated fuck yes when considering the other partner, then it's a no to the relationship. Anything less is unfair to both parties. If only one person says fuck yes, it is not enough for a happy partnership. Your partner clearly doesn't feel fuck yes about you, therefore, it's a no to the relationship, for both of your sakes, so that you can both be free to find someone that you have fuck yes reciprocity with. Waiting for an answer that may devastate you puts you in a very vulnerable position. You have to do what's best for you right now, and it sounds like hanging around and waiting for an answer may not be that. If he wants to chase after you, he knows how to find you. I, 20F, love my boyfriend, 20M, but often feel like we need to break up. Why do I feel like this? What do I do? I recently posted this same post on a different subreddit, but I need all the advice I can get, so I apologize. Please excuse my formatting, I'm really tired and emotional and don't care too much about formatting. I'm sorry. I have been with my boyfriend since we were 17, and we are 20 now, together for 3 years. He's my first serious boyfriend, and I'm his first as well. I love and care for him a lot. He's my best friend. He's never hurt me, never done anything wrong. By the book, he's the perfect boyfriend. We do have a couple flaws as like any other relationship, majority of them being because of me though. I'm going to indulge in this because I feel like it might be important, sorry if this is TMI, one of them being very little intimacy. Cuddling and stuff like that is often and abundant, but anything sexual I don't take interest in. Whereas he does, and he misses it. I don't think I'm fully sexually attracted to him, but then again, I don't really know what it feels like to be completely sexually attracted to someone, and to want sex. In June, I broke up with him because of the feelings I will explain below, but we got back together a couple days after because I felt like I should give things another try. After we had gotten back together, things were really looking up for us. I felt happy and optimistic about our future. During this time it was also mid-pandemic freak out, so we only had each other to talk to and hang out with. Turn time back to more recent, I started college in September in a city 2 hours away from our hometown, so we are pretty much long distance now. I only get to see him on the weekends if he's not working. Here's my problem. Whenever I'm at college, I feel like a completely different person. I feel new and improved almost. I'm happy and independent and things are great. I feel happier than at home. But the feelings I have for my boyfriend also change. I get this gut feeling when I'm away from him that our relationship just isn't right. It almost feels like a childhood toy that you just stop playing with because you've grown out of it, or like a piece of a puzzle that just doesn't fit. It feels so irritating and so overwhelming at the same time. And this feeling is so strong, almost nauseating. Feel like I want to end the relationship. I have cried many nights in my apartment because I feel the need to end things, but for no reason at all. We haven't had any fights. He often texts me to check in with me, he cares for me, it's nothing that he has done, etc. There is no reason for me to be feeling this way, and it almost makes me feel evil. Sometimes I even catch myself feeling butterflies for other people and I like it. Shit, it makes me feel absolutely terrible and sinful admitting that and typing it out. Now, when I come back to my hometown and talk to him, the feelings subside. Not completely, but a bit, and it leaves me feeling incredibly confused and distraught. I dip my toes into the water of loving him again and it's comforting. Although I can still sense that feeling of wanting to leave at the very back of my head, and it looms over me like a dark cloud and it doesn't leave. I've felt this for over a month now. It's extremely infuriating, and so I feel confused. I love him a lot, and care for him. He's my best friend. So why do I still feel this way? But then I think about the good times we've had, and the good times we could have, and it just confuses me even more. I want to leave him, but at the same time I don't. I'm happy but also not. It makes absolutely no sense to me and I don't know what to do. This is the same feeling that I experienced when I broke things apart in June. So the fact that it is reoccurring is very maddening. I know it's very unrealistic for an internet stranger to be able to tell me exactly what I'm feeling and what I should do about it, but at this point I'm exhausted and constantly upset, and this gloom I'm feeling is starting to affect my schooling and mental health. If what I'm feeling is gross and evil, Please don't kill me in the comments. I can't control my feelings, and I've never been in another relationship before. Too long didn't read. When I'm away from my boyfriend, I feel an extreme nauseating need to break up with my boyfriend without any reason, and it's killing me from the inside. I don't know why I feel this way, and I don't know what to do. I love him, but I wonder if we'd be better off without each other. It sounds like you want to stay with him because you feel you should, not necessarily that you want to stay with him. I ended up having a 9-year relationship with someone that I had conflicting feelings for but stayed for the sake of keeping him happy. I tried breaking up with him several times but he would talk me out of it and say I would learn to love him. This obviously did not happen and I realized by staying together it was a disservice to both of us. I also loved him but was not in love with him, and I came to realize the difference when I met my now husband. Just because he is a great person does not mean you have to stay with him, but I would look further into your feelings to see why you are having doubts. You may be growing apart, or maybe you feel there may be someone out there that may be a better match for you since he was your first love. Either way, you should be honest with him about how you feel. It may make you feel better and help with the feelings of guilt. You are not evil. Your boyfriend's not evil, either. He's just not the one. Maybe you can't understand or describe to yourself the reason, but something is clearly telling you that this relationship is wrong for you right now. That doesn't invalidate the real happiness you had with him in the past. And it doesn't mean you don't love him. Love is infinite, but maybe your love for him is more as a friend right now. Going on a break, more than a couple of days, will give you a chance to sort out your feelings and see how it feels to be apart from him. Links aren't allowed here, but there is an advice column I read that might resonate with how you are feeling. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Do a search for Dear Sugar, the Rumpus Advice column number 77, the truth that lives there. Leaving because you want to doesn't mean you pack your bags the moment there's strife or struggle or uncertainty. It means that if you yearn to be free of a particular relationship and you feel that yearning lodged within you more firmly than any of the other competing and contrary yearnings are lodged, your desire to leave is not only valid, but probably the right thing to do, even if someone you love is hurt by that. And I just want to give you a thumbs up for having the courage to post your thoughts even though you are worried we will criticize you for them. Your thoughts are not gross or evil or sinful. They're a normal part of living your best life and acknowledging when your needs have changed. I really wish you and your boyfriend happiness in life and the power to follow the life path that is right for you. I feel almost the exact same thing. He is a lovely guy who loves me to death. It is so guilt-inducing and suffocating. I've been struggling with this for 7 months now, and I've had so many nights where I just prayed that next morning comes because the pain was unbearable. I just wanna know what to do. Can't seem to be happy with either path. It sounds like you are with him out of an obligation to him. People grow and change. It's not fair to either of you two to stay in a relationship where feelings are not mutual. You might be staying with him due to guilt or the feeling of familiarity. Change is hard, but it's a good thing. You guys are changing inside and out. I hope everything works for you. No matter what you choose to do, make sure you are being true to yourself.